smells like seafood. Okay. You see, the grinder gives me a nice even cut. If I tried to cut this with a saw, I'd just ruin a whole bunch of blades. It takes a little bit longer, but you get a better mouthpiece. And what I have discovered is the better the mouthpiece that you sculpt, the more technique, the more sound you get out of your shell. So that's where I'm at. And now I'm going to go in with step 2. This is very tricky. This is the make or break part of this shell being an instrument. If I do this right and make a good mouthpiece, we've got an instrument. If I do it wrong, I've got a beautiful decoration. See what I got there? I got a beginnings of a deeper cavity. There's another. I'm going down into the next layer. That's where I want to be. Shell's stuck down in there. There it is. That's what I was trying to get out the whole time. Now I've got a mouthpiece, beginnings of a mouthpiece. And I'm going to go in now with my third tool. Change tools. So one day, I was at the gig and a guy came up to me and started talking to me about how I make my shells, how I make the mouthpieces. And I described the process to him. And I said, I get in there with needle nose and I dig at it for a long time, and then I take sandpaper and try and rub around in there. But it takes forever because the sandpaper just tears apart. He said, well, why don't you use a Dremel? And I said, what's a Dremel? And he told me what it was. And I went the next day to Home Depot and got a Dremel. And that's what I'm going to use on it next, is a Dremel. I'm going to get right in there. This kicks up a lot of dust too. I should have my mask on for this. Boys and girls at home, have your mask on for this. Now, if you learn nothing else from watching me do this, learn this. I'm getting ready to blow into this thing for the first time, but before I do, I'm going to wait for about a minute. The reason is, the edge of that mouthpiece is really hot. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is blow all the dust out of it. As you can see, I get a little bit dusty doing this. It's not easy. Anyway, now is my favorite part, is discovering what I've got here. And I've got a D here. So let me see what I can do with that. I can go. So I got a fifth down. That's pretty good.